Being awarded #1 is it's amazing. I feel very proud and I feel that what we have created, it's also something that is quite unique all over the world. So the restaurant is called Pizza Bar on 38. It's located on 38th floor of Mandarin Oriental, Tokyo. We offer a pizza menu for lunch a la carte with some appetizers and some dessert. And for dinner we offer an omakase pizza experience. So the guests try within one meal 8 pizzas served by slice, one after the other in rapid succession, as well as some appetizers and some desserts. All the pizzas are made by the pizzaiolo in front of the guests, so there is a lot of interaction and there is a lot of opportunity for the guests to be fully immersed in the pizza experience. So there is a lot of varieties of pizza in Italy, but obviously the main are the pizza napoletana, then there is the pizza romana, then there is the pizza alla pala. I just would like to explain those three. So the difference are in the dough, in the type of flour we use, in the ratio between flour and water, and the amount of yeast. So the pizza alla pala, the one I like very much and the one we offer at the Pizza Bar, has an hydration ratio that is very high. Has a fermentation length that is also very long, up to 48 hours, and we use very little yeast. So it's a pizza that remains very light, very easy to digest, and very crispy and fragrant at the bite. So the texture is very different from the pizza napoletana or the pizza romana. The pizza romana is very thin and typically it's touched with a rolling pin or sometimes by hand, but it's very thin, almost like a paper. The pizza napoletana has originally a bit of a high crust and it's more spongy in texture. So the three different styles are all different from each other. My name is Daniele Cason. I'm Mandarin Oriental Tokyo Executive Chef, and I'm also the chef behind the Pizza Bar concept at the hotel. So I'm very humble and honored that we received the award for 50 Top Pizza as a #1 in Asia Pacific and also top pizzeria in Japan. This year we also received the award from the World 50 Best Asia. We were positioned #80 in a top 100 category, which is again a great honor and a great opportunity. It's been a work of 10 years to get where we are today. We have constantly pushed ourselves in improving the recipes, improving the way we explain the recipe, working with collaborators and partners from Japan. We have a lot of people that are actually supporting us. We work with a lot of farmers from Hokkaido to Okinawa, and all year round we manage to meet new people and try to integrate, new ingredients in the experience. I think the fact that I came to Japan and I learned a bit of Japanese culture by experiencing sushi restaurants, experiencing a lot of Japanese cuisine, have taught me the beauty of having an experience where you feel deeply connected with the person in front of you, and you have the opportunity to learn not only taste, but also you have a visual experience. You see you feel fully immersed into the experience, and you feel connected with the chef. And that's what we want to achieve when we have guests at the Pizza Bar. We want to make sure that the guest feels connected with the chef and the experience and the product, and then it becomes something that is memorable, some things that the guests will remember. I was very lucky because in my family my dad was the one that was cooking a lot, and he was using a lot of we were family gatherings as an opportunity to to cook for everyone. And that was probably give me the spark and the passion for cooking. And from them, he went on with the culinary school in Rome, and then I was exposed to some of the talent chefs back at the time. Heinz Beck was one of them, and being from Rome, I was obsessed with working with him. I have approached him in the early years, and he say no to me. He say, "You're too young, you're not ready, you cannot work here." But I insisted, and over time, at the end I had a chance to meet him, and he offered me an opportunity to work for one of his consultancy projects in Tuscany. Obviously I took the opportunity, I went there, I was there for 2 years, we took a Michelin star. Then I opened my own restaurant in Rome called Il Tino. It's in the outside of Rome. The restaurant got awarded a Michelin star after 4 or 5 years. I left though. I left after 3 years. We were 3 partners, and I decided to travel again because the place was very small and not very exciting financially. And I felt, it's too small for me. I wanted to, experience more. So I went to Egypt first with 4 Seasons in Cairo. And then I went to Bangkok with 4 Seasons as well, and then I ended up in Japan. So it was a long journey. I think the inspiration for omakase came out of all my sushi experience. In the early years, I've been eating in almost all the, and I saw during those experiences how some of the chefs were happy delivering, an experience that was unique. So some chefs use 2 different types of rice. So some chef put vinegar, or some chef put the rice is warm, some chef the rice is temperature. So there's a lot of attention to detail to that ingredient that is in itself apparently simple, but it's not simple at all. So the pizza dough is like the shari. And the toppings showcase the seasonality and showcase, the craftsmanship and the partnership with the producers and the other, and all the collaborators that make the pizza be the way it is. And having, so many high quality products that are available within the country. That's also very attractive for a chef, because not all the country have the same, are so fortunate, I think seasonality is very important, because seasonality is a way to show respect to the environment, is a way to show that we are also sensitive to what's happening around us. Ultimately, the beauty of the seasonality is to bring to the table what's coming from the farm. We should not forget that mushrooms can be available only at that time. Sansai can be available only for a few weeks every year, and those elements bring to the guest experience more. Because pizza alla pala, this style of pizza, it's quite traditional in Rome, and during my teenager times, I was getting that pizza as my lunchbox, and I put it in my backpack and I take it to school, and that was every day, and I loved it so much, and that's why when I was given the opportunity to create a new concept for the hotel, I choose that style of pizza because it's close to my heart. So I decided to talk with a long-time friend of mine and a schoolmate, Gabriele Bonci. He's a very famous pizzaiolo in Rome and Italy. So I decided to flew back to Rome to see him and get some advice for him. So I worked with his team for a couple of nights, and I got inspired on what to do. So I came back to Japan with a clear idea. In fact, my preference is always to work with chefs that have had some exposure to fine dining or that have some exposure to fine cuisine, because we approach to pizza as cooks, and we apply the same principle that, you know, a fine dining chef applied to cooking. So there is a lot of attention to detail, there is a lot of precise execution that is required from the dough making to the pizza baking process, which are, you know, there's a lot of things happening between the mixing process and then the baking. At the same time, I feel a little bit, you know, small, because my pizza journey is very limited. It's only 10 years. I've been making pizza. I think there is a lot of opportunity to improve. And you know, the fact that we are getting so much attention motivate me a lot to push harder.